If you have a YouTube channel talking about denim and clothing and things of that nature, and you haven't done a My Denim collection, are you even a YouTuber? Welcome to my channel. My name is James and I like clothes and well-made things. And today we're gonna go over my denim collection. I really wanna emphasize the fact that if I'm not wearing something anymore, I'm just gonna get rid of it, I'm gonna sell it, and then take that money and upgrade it into newer things. So my collection isn't going to necessarily be like the largest collection as opposed to other YouTubers and things of that nature. We're gonna start with my least expensive denim and then we're gonna move all the way up into my more expensive denim. I'll make sure I leave links below if you guys wanna purchase and it's still available. But let's get into the video. First, we're gonna talk about my Lee Riders. I got these for $8 from the Brown Elephant, and they've quickly become my favorite pair of denim. They're the perfect length where I can wear them with a nice pair of loafers, and they've got that baggy fit, and they've got that fade to it that you can only get from 40 years of wearing. Thank you for the person that actually wore them, because I did not put 40 years of wearing in them. I absolutely love these, and I feel like Lee as a brand doesn't get the love that Levi's or kind of Wrangler does. So it's something that is nice because I'll wear it, and people that are into vintage stuff kind of know what it is, but the rest of the people just think of it as a pair of jeans. And for $8, to find something that just fits perfectly and is checking the boxes as far as a collection goes, I'm very happy to be able to wear these. Next on the list is going to be my vintage Levi 505. These are a black pair, but over time they've turned into gray, and I absolutely love these. They're more of a relaxed fit than your traditional 501s. I feel in the 90s, Levi 501s were almost skinny, and the 505s were more your classic kind of straight leg, and that's kind of how I feel these are. These are not wide in the standards of what we are today. These are wearing in and beat up in such a great way. There is this tear right where the pocket would be that has the perfect amount of wear to it, but it doesn't feel like it's taking away from the structure of it. So these actually may be bootleg Levi's as well. A big thing for me is that you'll notice that there's not actually a tab on them. I think what happened is over time the tab just kind of wore off, because when I look at the tag and I look at the buttons and everything like that, everything seems pretty accurate, but these have been something that I absolutely love. I wear these when I'm feeling a little bit more grungy. When I'm wearing these, I'm wearing my black Vibergs. I'm kind of going more grungy, 90s vibes. And there's something about finding a pair of vintage jeans that fit you well that hits so much different than buying something online. Really happy that I have these. I think these were $6, so they're marginally less expensive than the Lees, but I love them, and they've been so great to me. But now let's get into real kind of salvage denim. So these are my ONI 242 black extra wide denim. I've had these now for a couple of weeks. I bought 2 pair of denim in the last probably 3 to 5 weeks, and this is definitely one of them. I love these. These are a 13-ounce double black wide leg jean, and these are by far the most wide jeans I've ever worn. They are a 10.5-inch leg opening. When I went to New York a couple weeks ago, I was really infatuated by wider denim. I really wanted to go and try on a number of different brands. I went to Naked and Famous, and they had some beautiful pieces, but I ended up falling in love with these Onis, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Something about ONI and having something that is a little bit more different, and ONI's known for their dyeing methods. Their secret denim is really, really cool, and this is by far the darkest pair of denim that I've ever worn and ever had. So it was just something that I really loved, and I love the high waist. I love the look on them. These ones were also purchased from Redcast. Redcast is a great option because it seems I don't know if our dollar is stronger or they don't have to pay the same part of import duties that we do, but I ended up getting these significantly less money. Really love these. I love the look of them, the high-waisted. These are more my high fashion, really fun, and ONI has obviously got a huge amount of heritage. These are the 15.5 ounce 0105 XXW. These are the widest option that Full Count does. And if you're familiar with Full Count, you know that every single thing that they do is gonna be class and perfect. These are actually a one wash, and that was perfect for me. I feel like as I've gotten older and the more I've gotten into denim, I find myself liking one wash jeans more than I like raw unsanforized. And the reason being is I feel like 75% of the time I buy a raw unsanforized pair of jeans, I screw it up. I either buy them that they fit me perfectly and then they are too small, or I buy them big and then they don't shrink enough. It's really frustrating. So being able to go online and buy these and knowing my exact measurements and still being able to get the fades and everything like that has been really, really nice. I did get these from Redcast as well. These ones are wide, but not quite as wide as the ONI. These are a 9.5 inch leg opening. As you can tell, I'm getting more into more relaxed fit, kind of wider fit denim. I'm not like a crazy heritage, and I don't like necessarily wearing skinny jeans. I like something that is a more of a classic straight or a little bit of a wider fit. And the reason being is I want to be more comfortable. I just feel like buying heavy denim and then wearing it with skinny fit is just not necessarily my style anymore. And as I've moved on and kind of evolved in my personal style, this is probably where I'll be as far as sizing and things of that nature. I don't know if I would even consider these denim, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway because I love them and they're definitely a denim company brand. These are my Pure Blue Japan. These are a Shishiko painter's pant or worker's pants. I got these from Mile Blend in probably, I'm gonna say 2015, and at the time that I bought them, they were way wider than I thought I would ever wear. And as my style has changed and evolved, they're actually a little bit on the slim side for me. Something about Shishiko just hits so different, and I love these jeans. I think Pure Blue Japan obviously is an extremely well-made brand and they make extremely well-made stuff, but I love these for my winter pieces where I can just wear them and they almost feel like sweatpants, and they're so cozy. They're like the pair of pants that I do stuff all day, and at 9 o'clock, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm still wearing jeans or pants or whatever you want to call these. And I'll go on and throw on PJs and stuff like that. These ones, I think at the time I bought these were $280, and this was by far the most expensive pair of jeans I had ever bought. I really love these. I couldn't find the model number or the name or anything on them, but Shishiko, PBJ, workers, painters, whatever. It's got the little loop. It's got the pocket below here. These are just awesome jeans. So next pair of jeans is gonna be something that's a little bit more in the fashion world. And if you're a big denim guy, then you might scoff at this, but I think it's important to buy things that you just genuinely like. I had wanted a pair of the digital print denim from Our Legacy for so long, but I ended up going with these instead, and I'm really happy that I did. These are the Our Legacy third cut denim, and this is the chain twill. And something that's unique about these, we live in a world, especially in the denim world, where it's left hand twill, right hand twill, green cast, red cast, all these terms that we do. And these are a chain twill. I don't really know how to explain that personally, but it almost looks like the twill inside of it, or the leg inside of it, almost looks like it's chain stitch. And it's got such a unique texture to it that when I saw them, I was like, this is perfect. And I've been wearing them and enjoying them. They're a higher rise, a little bit more of a relaxed straight fit. They're not quite as wide as my Onis, but also not quite as narrow as my full counts. The color fits directly between a raw denim and my Lee Riders. So depending on the vibe and depending on the feel, these are absolutely perfect for that. This is my first pair of jeans that got me into the wider, straighter fit, and I will not go back. These were $380, which is kind of a lot of money to spend on a pair of jeans that, again, doesn't have all that kind of stuff, but you're paying for kind of a different thing when you're buying Our Legacy and more of those fashion brands. So these jeans have not gotten a lot of wear, mainly because I want to focus on wearing my other stuff and really enjoying it. But these are my Kapital Century number 5. So the Century denim, if you're not familiar, is a denim that is made by Kapital. And what Kapital does is they've got this proprietary way, and they turn it in their denim and then they Shishiko weave it. These ones in particular are a brown denim, and then they have an indigo weave to them. And it adds such a really cool texture and look to them. They are not inexpensive. These ones were $440, and that is a lot of money for a pair of jeans, but I really wanted to focus on stuff that is fun and that I'm gonna wear, and it's always a conversation starter. I haven't been wearing them as much as I would like to, mainly because I have another pair of Kapital denim that is kind of getting priority. But these are great because they have all the classic kind of heritage aspects of what like denim would be, but they just have a little bit of a twist. One thing that people will scoff at is the fact that they are not salvage. I don't know if Kapital can do salvage century denim. Leave a comment below if they can. I've never seen it, but I've been wrong once. I'll continue to be wrong, and yeah, exactly. These are the Levi's 1971 golden tickets. I've done a video on these. I've done my first wash on these. These are like the jeans that got me into that. And the thing that makes these air quotes so expensive is because they are cone mill denim. Every couple years, Levi's will do a limited edition denim that they're using new old stock denim from cone mill. And they've been saying that for 10 years and they keep having it. So at some point they're gonna run out, I guess. But these are a cone mill 1971 Levi's vintage clothing. The golden ticket was made as like kind of like a fun thing. 1971 is when they stopped doing the big E and the little E on the back of jeans. So they covered it up and did this whole thing. But I've been wearing these a lot. This is probably my most worn pair of jeans. The unfortunate thing is I wore a suit for so long when I was working that I only really had like 1 or 2 days a week to wear denim. And so I never really got to wear in all of these. So now that I'm kind of started my new journey and I'm no longer like working with a suit and everything like that, these are definitely going to be getting a lot more wear, and they already have, you know, quite a bit of wear. And yeah, I love these. I don't know whether I would spend another $500 on a pair of jeans that say Levi's that are not made in America or made in Japan, but yeah, these are great, and for $495 you're insane to buy them, but I own them and I'm not getting rid of them. So my last pair of denim, these are the ones that have been getting the most amount of wear when it comes to the Kapital world. These are my Kapital Century number 9. These are a black denim with a mud dyed Shikoku lining. These are the same exact jeans that you got from the number 5s that I was telling you about, but just a little bit of a different dyeing method and things like that. And these are a lot more expensive. These were like under $700. They're like $650, $670. I've been wearing these more. I would say my Levi's and these are the jeans that I've been wearing the most. Like I said, it was tough for me to wear them because I was wearing a suit so much. So I'm really excited to like truly wear and break in my jeans. Again, these are inspired by like the 1940s. They've got the kind of donut hole button. They've got the brass rivets, the hidden rivets, the kind of the cinch on the back. These are just awesome jeans that are great because like I feel like I can wear them very heritage, but then like you go out to dinner or you go out to like a party or something like that and they dress up really well as well. So that is my denim collection. Some people are gonna love it. Some people are gonna hate it. Some people are gonna be purists into one thing versus the other. And you know, that's good for you. I built my collection the way that I wanted to build it, and I'm really happy that I did. But thank you for coming, everyone. We'll chat soon. Goodbye.